If you want to be my friend, you had better go and get a pen. Say anything. Maybe we can keep in touch like we did in the old days. So long ago. And I wish you sign your pen. So much pressure.
But he nailed it.
Have you ever
Trust me,
jammed?
it's a good idea that you're here. It's a good idea that you
It's
came. Don't regret
not
it.
regretting it immediately.
Don't regret it right out of the gate.
Have you ever like jammed with instruments with someone who thinks that you can? They're just like, it's this key, and they start.
Yeah, and they think you know, and you're like, all right.
I can't. Show
I
me on
only
the
know
guitar.
G.
Yeah.
No, down G. Like, I don't know any of that. You're just playing the 4 chords, you know? Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined today by Haley Joel Osment.
Hello.
Oh,
Thanks
Not
for having
only
me,
a very
guys.
nice man, you know his credits. Not only a very nice man, really good at golf, and that's what booked him this spot today.
for me, it was an extensive talk about craps.
Oh yeah.
We got deep into
We
fun.
did.
Vegas
When did that
talk,
happen?
Yeah.
When was that?
At Jordan's birthday party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me in
And
on
we
this.
could
What
feel,
was the chat?
We were both releasing those like Vegas endorphins in each
Yeah.
other, like talking
making
about
plans like when is the next possible time I could go, and just going through well, you could do this version. You
Right,
could
yeah,
go with
yeah.
your girlfriend. You
Yeah.
could go with a big group of friends.
Overall-
You could go by yourself. Like,
Yeah.
Overall, are you up on craps? Over the overall? Like, you don't know how
I bet
much,
you
but
I'm
are
about even. You know what? The last time I was there, they have traditional craps.
you? Yep.
Now they have this craps where it looks like a total normal craps table, but it's all electric. And then
Oh, I don't think I
they
like
have
that.
craps where everybody's sitting around and it's in a tube and like they're like all playing with them.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
now
I know that I don't like
now
that.
they have craps.
Thunderdome craps?
Yeah. Now they have craps where you are your own little screen with your own little like
Hate that.
cube, and that one's actually really
But
fun.
do you feel like it's not organic? So
Dude.
you're like this. The
It's still-
elements are
you're-
not natural.
You're not.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about somebody else rowing a 7 when you don't want a 7. Just for anybody, I'll just tell you. Sometimes you do want one. Most of the time you don't. But you are still you're close enough to where you're like, oh, you hit it. You hit your number. Like it was still fun. I went
takes
up
the
like
team element out
$300,
for me.
$400 in like 25 minutes because you can go
Yeah.
fast on
Yeah.
craps.
And
And it was so much. I love that. So I either like traditional table or just give me one of those. It's my own personal, and I can just play.
craps is all I do.
Yeah,
That's all I do.
craps, blackjack.
It's the
I'll
only
do
thing I
roulette,
like.
Roulette with a group. Roulette with a
Oh,
group
very
is
fun.
so much fun.
yeah.
Craps. I love craps because whatever happens, like you said, as long as it's not a 7, or unless someone's betting against.
Right.
But if it's not a 7, then the whole table's
table.
like, we're all together,
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah.
like, this is the only version I think.
Well, I told
of
Haley
that.
this before the Vegas trip before I learned craps. It was a couple it was guys and girls bachelorette party, like they did it together.
Oh, that's cool.
It was. And so we were at the Margaritaville Casino and Bar at Flamingo, which always was a great spot because it was very indoor, outdoor. People could be at the bar and people could play games. I liked it a lot. And also,
I
get a
like
little
that you liked it.
claustrophobic
So
sometimes.
far, every detail of it is completely
You would
against
love-
the
wrong.
nature of who I am. Margaritaville was involved.
You'd love it. You'd love it. Guarantee.
Bachelor combined.
Guarantee you'd love it. And so I was with my buddy Aaron Mollering, and this table is screaming. And it goes on long enough that I eventually go, the hell is happening over there? I'm talking 25, 30 minutes.
You've never played craps at
I
this
didn't know
point?
anything about it at this
Go
point.
on,
I knew that,
go
like,
on.
I knew the
Dive
idea
in.
and my buddy Aaron goes, that guy's been throwing for about 40 minutes.
Yeah,
And
I've
I go,
witnessed that.
I go,
Jordan's
so,
done that.
I go, so
yeah.
what's happening? He goes, people are winning thousands of dollars.
Yes.
Like whatever they're going on right now is a great time.
Yes.
And so the next time I went home, I was like, I'm just going to go to YouTube and I'm going to learn how to play craps.
Yeah.
And when you get at a table,
Yes.
people are like hitting hards and like tipping the
Yes.
the thrower and
Yes.
like, or
The
shooter,
thrower
I guess.
can make-
Yeah,
shooter can make some
Yeah.
dough.
And they're like, shooter, thanks, shooter. Like throwing the shooter. And then people start being like, you know what? Fuck it. Put 50 on yo. And
Yeah.
they're like, yo. And everybody's, you're like,
Yeah.
this is insane fun.
Yeah.
Two things that I love about craps. A quick story, but when you walk up to a craps table, quick note: the vibe of the staff at that table is going to tell you how that table's doing.
100%.
Because the crew, we'll call them, when it's hot, the crew is also celebrating. And they're like, yeah, great, because you're also playing tips on them
Yes,
that they're
yes.
playing, so their tips are going up.
Yes.
But when it is hitting, they are all about it. Also, go to any empty craps table 4 p.m. before it's hot.
Yeah.
Go up, say you don't know how to play craps, and if they are chill, they're like, great, well, get your money out and we'll show you how to play it. And they are genuinely showing you how to play it. They are not, they don't get
Right.
anything for it.
Same with blackjack.
And they
Certainly
know
is. Yeah.
this is a confusing fucking game.
Yeah.
They're more than happy to show you the basics
Yes.
of how to do it.
Yeah.
Another hack, if you're at a craps table and someone next to you has a fuck ton of chips,
Yeah.
do whatever they're doing. And then
Buy
you
6 and
will
8.
have a
Buy
fun.
6 and 8.
Yeah.
At first, there's a part of
this.
you that has pride and it's like, well, I'm not just going to blatantly copy
No,
what another
do it.
player is
Do it.
doing. And then
Do
it's
it.
like,
Do
no,
it.
there's
The other
something
reason for that
happening
too
here.
is because I
Yeah.
really do believe in like positive energy. Like that
Yeah.
if you're just doing what they're doing, you're now combining your like positive energy. The other great thing I always tell about people at craps is one, it's where the casino has the least amount of advantage.
Yep.
So
Yes.
you're playing.
You can
it's the
win.
best place to play your money.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to be lucky.
Yeah.
Someone else could be lucky that night, and
Yeah.
you just get to ride those coattails.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. It's gonna
Wait,
be so much
We
fun.
played in Vegas. I can't remember what the circumstances were. I think we just did a trip out to Vegas. It was me, Jordan, at this table in particular. It was me, Jordan, and my friend Kyle. And I think I was throwing, and it was early into throws. I've been maybe throwing for like 5 minutes. So it's like, oh, momentum is building.
Yeah.
This dude walks up, and I'm like getting low to like throw it. He gets down right next to me, just walked up, and he goes, "What's going on over here?" Immediately, I throw a 7, and I look at Jordan and Kyle, and I go, I think the mojo might have just shifted.
Yeah.
This guy goes, "I'm from Wisconsin. I've never played." And he stands right next to me. So now he's going to be throwing. He cuts in.
Yeah.
And everybody stops. And he's like, what do I do? Give me some. He's like, I want to do it. And so obviously the staff, they have no opinion. So they're like, okay, great. Well, here's your thing. And now you do this. And he looks at me. He's like, what do I do? And I'm like, you throw it to the other end. He throws it, and off we go. Throws for 35 minutes. I go from thinking the mojo's changed, I hate this guy,
Went up.
to actively, after every throw, grabbing his bicep, twisting it, pulling him into me, hugging him. Guys at the other end of the table are tipping him hundreds of dollars often.
Yes.
Chips are piling up next to him. After 35 minutes, he throws a 7 and with the utmost sincerity apologized to the table for fucking up the game. And I mean, everyone is like about to cry. They're like, you just paid for my kid's college. Like, people are in love with this guy. He's like, I'm so sorry I threw that 7. I'm like, dude, no one cares. Everything we lost on the table,
good
everyone
run.
has made 5 times that amount just by standing here. I was like, you
that's
just threw
so
for
much
35
fun.
fucking minutes. He's like, I've never done it before. I went from hating that guy to being like, come with us to other tables. As soon as
hang out,
that
do it.
7 happened, that's when the mojo shit. It was dead after that. It was like nothing. We've get away from this table. The good thing has happened.
Haley,
it
we
needs
gotta
some
go
dry
at the same
time.
I would
again.
love to do that. Yeah.
It was so much fun.
It's so much fun.
I know.
It's just great with the group. I mean, think like blackjack, everybody can kind of get in their own world. And
Sure.
for the dealer in blackjack, it sucks for them because it's an adversarial thing. Like people are
Right, yeah.
I know,
blaming
and they
them for
hate
taking
them.
all
They
their
hate
money.
them. Yeah.
You're all on the same team at the table when you're unless I have seen it happen where
I screw up.
There-
Stay up on that for me.
Oh, sorry.
I screw
I'll
up
talk
the
right
hand.
into it. I have seen it happen where it gets hot too quickly and like the second tier of pit boss comes in to start changing up the pace.
yeah,
I have
cool it
seen them
down.
throw cold
Yes,
water on it
yes.
before and you're like, oh,
That's
it's
always
always
good
good
to
to have
have
an eye out for
chips and
that.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just things to mess with. And then it like things almost seem to happen with like if somebody throws and the dice like die on somebody's chips. Like
Yeah.
if it's a bad throw aesthetically,
Yes.
then that usually ends the run. You're
Have
like,
you ever
gotta
seen
be-
one of like the old timers where they're like meticulously
Yes.
move
Oh,
the dice how they want it to be, and then
I do that. I don't know
You
what I'm
do
doing.
it
It's
too?
just like just a
I
couple
do it.
turns.
I do it just so it looks like I know what I'm doing.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
when
I
in
wanna-
reality, you're like, what even matters?
You're like, I want to be, dude. They're in Vegas. You can go to a school where they teach you how to throw the dice.
Yeah.
They spend hours, and they're like 4 and 3 are faced up or whatever they want, and then they toss it so that it rolls away from those, and they have a whole system built into just throwing the dice.
Yeah.
My one of the guys that Isaac and I had dinner with, Isaac
him.
Feeder, who made a great documentary about pro NFL gamblers in Vegas. One of those guys had a friend who bought a table for his basement. It's like, I will learn how to do it. And everybody's like, you can't develop a system with this. And he ended up winning millions of dollars.
No,
I believe it. I believe it. I see some of those guys come in and they're like, change 500,000, and then they just play and they're like, now I've got 700, and then they leave, and you're like, God, how do I have the balls that you have? Jesus Christ.
I bet draft week was a pretty crazy time.
I'm sure it was
craft
insane.
table.
Oh, yeah.
Insane.
All right, we got to get
All right, you
want
to go?
Let's go to the letters.
Whoa!
I can barely hang on. I know that song.
All right.
We did it.
I am going to read. I'm going to go first.
Okay,
here.
go.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Locked in?
Maybe I sent one of these, and maybe you just don't know yet.
Ooh.
Oh, how crazy. And we picked it?
Yeah.
That would be bizarre.
Yeah.
Hey, pen pals.
My
All right.
name is
Peaceful.
Bailey. Bailey Mole. What?
Osment. He doesn't change the last name.
last name.
Hey, pen pals. Daniel has mentioned Tombstone pizzas a few times. Rory, what is your go-to frozen pizza? Are you guys putting extra cheese on them? Opinions on well-done pizza? These are important questions that maybe you've answered already, but I'm still working on becoming a paler? Different spellings. I listen to your podcast while I work as a cannabis trimmer. How fun does that sound? I work as a cannabis trimmer full-time in a legal state. It's a pretty sweet job. Just listen to music and podcasts and audiobooks, working with my hands and watching the progress of my work right in front of me, and I'm not wiped out when I go home. Fuck retail. Thanks.
Okay. I mean, I can go pizza all day.
Yeah.
First of all, Tombstone is the best frozen pizza. I understand that there's your fucking fanciest.
Wow.
Do it better. I'll fuck with a good cauliflower pizza.
Wait, what is
Never had
that?
that.
The cauliflower crust pizza.
Oh, cauliflower.
But it's
Yeah, that can be all right.
power. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Tombstone,
Oh, that's the brand?
Yes, I'm
Cowa
gonna let
Power?
you in on this.
Yeah.
Wait, the brand is Cowa Power?
Yeah. You never realized that?
I can't get behind that.
You never realized that?
I
It's the best cauliflower
just say
crust there is.
cauliflower.
Tombstone,
Cauliflower.
up at the cabin. Up at the cabin
Yeah.
in Wisconsin. Family's got a cabin. Gonna burn
Nice.
it down someday. Whole other story.
Oh.
Up at the cabin, we have from a gas station an actual Tombstone, like cook your pizza real fast pizza oven. You put a Tombstone pizza
At the gas station.
at the cabin. We
Oh.
got it from the gas station. Like it
You
was like
bought from a gas station.
somebody in a garage
A
sale
wood-fired
was
pizza
selling
kitchen.
was selling like, you know, it's a rectangle silver box, a little handle. You pull out the tray, you put the pizza in, you put it right back in.
Yeah.
Turn the dial all the way once. That pizza is gonna be
How much time?
perfect. I bet you it's 15 minutes.
That's about what an oven. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it could be 12. It could be. I
Are
don't
you
know. It comes
plugging
up-
this thing in?
It's plugged in.
Okay.
You'll blow a circuit every once in a while with it.
Did
too.
you know at the cabin, Daniel, in the kitchen, and they don't have room for it, but they make it work. They have the roller hot dog things that they also bought. From,
No.
they had the gas station fit out their kitchen.
We
have some
donut
icy
case.
machines.
We have a donut case.
Nice.
When you go to the fridge, it's not a normal fridge; it's an opener fridge thing.
I like to be able to see all the
and
products
bags of ice
inside
are
before-
outside of the cabin in a separate cooler container.
Nice.
And there's also propane out there.
There's
so.
2 gas tanks. The cabin is a gas station.
I live in a gas station.
But dude, I'm telling you, when you
Tombstone.
spent all day down at the lake, you've already had your fill on barbecue chicken for dinner and turkey sandwiches for lunch with old Dutch potato chips.
Yeah.
And now
Ketchup
it's
flavor?
nighttime,
Do you go
and
ketchup
we've been-
flavor?
No.
That's like a Canadian thing,
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
That's where I had it for
Yeah.
the first time.
Yeah.
These are just standard potato, classic old Dutch
Just
chips.
your run of the mill.
And then we've already been out by the campfire. We've been hanging out. Maybe playing a little cards, making
Yeah.
cocktails. And then you hear somebody. You're out by the campfire. Somebody's back up at the cabin. You just hear them. Hey! And you're like, what? You're like, you guys, should I put in a pizza? You go,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a Tombstone pizza, dude. Good
Yeah.
night. That's That's life right there.
Yeah. I mean, I would eat a Tombstone pizza. Here's the deal.
I get it that there's
Are
really
there bad,
nice, fancy.
but here's the thing. Are
frozen
there
pizzas.
bad frozen pizzas?
Yes.
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 But if you just told me you could change Tombstone to so many other brands, I'm still at the campfire yelling, yes. Yes, put that pizza
You're saying
in.
you'll take a Jack's.
I'll take a Jack's. I'll take
You'll
almost.
take an Urge.
I don't even know these brands.
Urge.
Is that related to Surge soda?
Urge is the Quick Trip gas station. Like that's their own brand, Urge Pizza.
Yeah.
They have,
They
a
have
whole bunch of,
Urge
like,
pizza.
things.
They have Impulse Buy pizza. They have you're on your way out checkout counter pizza.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Hey, you're in the parking lot and forgot pizza. Why not just take this one pizza?
It's like the giant HEB. Like there's an entire block long aisle of pizza in Texas. That's where I've had a lot of my frozen. I feel like DiGiorno was good when it first came out, and it's like a lot of products is kind of
it's all right.
Yeah, it's
all right.
Out here, I feel like I do the Anne Marie's, or I don't know what brand it is.
The healthy
Annie's
one?
maybe.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
It's
healthy
great.
ones?
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, the
But
Trader
like I said,
Joe's
I
mini
do
ones are pretty
Tombstone's
good.
kind of thin crust, right? Thin.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I'll do that.
traditionally cut tavern style, at least because they're made. Like it just feels like a Midwest deal.
Yeah.
But there are flavors in the Midwest. Tombstone, you can't even get here. They don't sell Tombstone. If we walked into a Ralph's grocery store right now, because they're not even probably selling them at Gelson's.
Gelson's.
Yeah, Bristol Farms is like, we make the pizza.
Yeah. That's right.
It's only cheese and pepperoni. You can't get sausage. You can't get like combo. None of that stuff. We roll in Midwest.
That's fucked
on
up.
our way up to the cabin. We flew
What
into
if I got
Chicago.
that passionate?
Yeah.
We're stopping at a Piggly
fucking
Wiggly
crazy.
on our way up. It's like 9 different types. What are you mad about?
I said, what if I got that upset? And I go, that's fucking crazy. They don't have that. You leave.
It ain't right.
I'm going there now to say something.
Okay, question from this letter though.
Yeah.
Do you guys do any aftermarket customizations to your frozen pizzas?
Oh, you gotta. That's how. I mean, that's how. If you have a low quality one or one that just didn't turn out right because you used an oven that you're not used to. Yeah, there's all kinds of the like.
What are you doing?
Like herb spice blend that you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
have.
Are you
Sometimes it can be-
grabbing salami? Are you grabbing pepperoni? Are you grabbing those things?
No, if I'm
Never.
gonna do that, then I'm making a higher quality custom pizza. Probably.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna go to the trouble of getting those sort of products. But like,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what? It's so bad for you, but it really does have like the right sauce.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dipping,
Yeah.
all of it. You know, all of the big pizza companies figured out, and kind of all delivery. You know, major companies now are like, people just want to dip whatever it is into 6 different things after.
Let me throw this at you while we're quizzing.
Yeah.
You're ordering a pizza. You got to go chain. What chain are you going with? And I mean, it's got to be like national chain.
National chain.
Not
National
LA.
chain.
Because LA, you don't really do a national chain because LA gives you so many options of like, well, I go right down the street to this place.
Prince's.
Yeah.
You guys had Prince's Pizza in LA?
No.
Or Prince Street Pizza?
No.
From New York.
Yeah. It kind of has a very Detroit feel to it, almost like a Jets.
I do like Detroit pizza.
Yeah.
There's one coming from Phoenix that everybody's really excited about.
Really?
I forget the chef, and it's one guy that everybody's really freaking
What's
out
the
about.
LeBron one?
Jeremy.
Blaze?
It's like I know him. It's actually
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Yeah.
Blaze Pizza is LeBron's, right? And that's because
Oh,
think
that's
so.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't had it. Is it
I haven't
good?
had it either.
Nothing
I'm gonna
draws
be honest
me
with
in.
you.
Yeah.
Nothing draws me in.
If we're going national, it's just Domino's.
Yeah. Domino's holds up.
Domino's.
Yeah.
It's
Ever
fine.
since they had those really sad commercials
Where
where
they
they're
talked
like,
about how
"We're
bad they were."
sorry. We were so
They're like,
bad.
we gave you horrible pizza
Look at all
for
this
3
cheese
decades.
stuck to the lid.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like the cookie pizza. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, we
Right.
screwed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Papa John's. You're not doing Papa
It's
John's.
too doughy for me.
Pizza
I'm not
Hut?
a fan.
Does Shaq?
Little
Oh, here's the
Caesars.
deal.
Little Caesars has dropped off for me. I can't really
I
do
haven't
Little
had Little
Caesars.
Caesars in years.
But if I
yeah.
go somewhere and they're
20
like,
years.
we got Little Caesars, I'm gonna eat Little Caesars.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut, I would crush. I mean, we've talked about the Pizza Hut buffet,
Go on.
the Pizza Hut lunch buffet.
Oh, we have.
Remember that?
Wait,
Haley,
under
you-
like the plastic
Yes,
red,
Yeah.
like
yes.
sneeze
Yeah.
shield.
And then your big red
Low lights,
plastic.
low
thing.
lights around the big.
Do you remember the
cup.
dessert pizza? I know. I know. I say it every time. It was too hot.
breadsticks?
But I would go pan meat lovers Pizza Hut pizza.
That's a good one.
That's the first time we've high fived over a guest.
Yeah,
I
and
almost
Haley
came up from the bottom, and I
come in,
decided
join
against
in.
it.
We'll re-rack.
Yeah. That's how Haley breaks his fingers. Finish the episode. Crying, shake blood. He finishes the episode.
Wait, do you guys? So Do you put anything on your pizza that you're like, I think we only us like this?
You know, the first time I think extra cheese, shredded cheese in my house was added.
Wait, you're not talking about your order. You're talking about you just did it yourself.
I'm gonna backpedal.
I go easy cheese.
I'm gonna backpedal to the Tombstone, but it wasn't Tombstone. I don't know what we did.
Yeah.
But we had little tiny pieces. I
Todinos.
don't remember the brand. It wasn't like a known brand. It's probably gone by now.
Sure.
I'll never forget. My dad would take like Cracker Barrel,
Cracker
the
Barrel?
cheese cut, and he would just add squares to it that were horrible. It was too thick, and it wasn't. We would eat it, and we'd be like, all of us would be like, we know what you're wanting out of this.
Yeah.
This is not the way to get there. And you'll be like, well, you add cheese to it. And you're like, I know. And then, when finally the shredded cheese,
now
which
you're
is
talking.
the obvious choice.
Yeah.
But I feel like very few times does the cheese make sense. Even when you go mozzarella, it's like the extra added cheese, just for some reason, it's almost too foreign to the frozen pizza.
Yeah. My order, if I'm home in Rochelle, Illinois, getting Vince's pizza.
Take us there. There we are. We're there.
God,
Vince's.
There's a big statue out front.
He's on his way.
The big hat, and he's holding the Vince's pizza.
He's on his way.
Vince's Pizza has been around since my mom was a child, right? Give me.
You don't get a statue if you're a new company.
No. Give me. And they still have the old RC Cola can. Like,
what if I was
machines.
your hype man for Rochelle? And I was like, they got the old RC Cola. Haley's like, no, I get it. I heard what he said. Yeah, but he's talking about Vince.
medium cheese, pepperoni, mushroom, easy cheese, well done. I don't like a ton of cheese.
Okay.
I like it. It's part of the flavor, but it's not. And don't get me wrong. No pizza has ever looked better for us growing up than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles eating that pizza.
I immediately know exactly, probably the frame
and you'll
that you're
never
dripping. You're like,
and you'll never get it.
Yeah,
you'll never get it.
It doesn't exist.
You'll never get
get
it. You'll never get it.
It never looks better than that, and you're like,
no,
I want pizza.
Because it has to
You'll
be
never get
animated.
it.
I have to be in a
It has
VR
to be animated.
thing,
Yes.
an animated version of it.
Oh,
That's
if
the
you
experience
could,
that I
though.
want. Yeah.
What, Rory?
That's an amazing idea. You could, literally, you go. It's $5. Put on the VR. The game is $5. You get your own pizza.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
But you grab the pizza and your hand looks like a Ninja Turtle and it looks like the pizza and you just eat the pizza and you go,
dude.
this is still Pizza Hut. And you go, but visually, this is the closest you'll ever get.
This is the Unreal 5 engine.
That would be sick.
Just don't think about it. Just natural impulse instinct. Stuffed crust, yes or no?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm a yes guy
I've done
too.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, have you guys gone crazy?
Remember when it started? People were like,
mind blowing.
the world has changed.
I think was it Pizza Hut?
That's the kind of things that
pizza?
come
Or
out
it was
of
like little things you could pull
that's
off one
Little
by one.
Caesars
Oh,
where they're
that's
doing
right.
they're doing like garlic knot.
Did Pizza Hut start it? The stuffed crust? I think that's right.
Was it part of Back to the Future 2?
I don't.
And it was all part of
think
that same
so.
campaign, and you could get the crazy sunglasses.
I don't think it was. I don't know, but I don't think it was.
Did you guys do the Book It Club?
What is that? Oh, when you get the
Book
free, you get
Oh,
the
and you get
pizza
a
Hut
pizza
book.
party.
Pizza Hut, and
I
you
never
fake
understood.
read.
Oh, well, our school had a thing where it was like if the class sold a certain amount of magazines that someone could embezzle the money from somewhere on the line.
Sure. There's not a lot of tracking on that.
They also did, like, I don't know if this was your era too, but remember they had the little Weeple things? They were like little fuzz balls. It was like one of them's Batman. If you sell 2 magazines, you get one that looks like
you
I
were in
remember
a pyramid
that.
scheme.
And I
You were in a
remember
pyramid
that.
scheme.
Totally. Looking back on
Yeah.
those, like how I don't know how that was allowed. But I took them home, and my mom was like, "I have a fuzz ball. I have 2 googly eyes. I can make you one of these right now." I was like, "But the one isn't."
Yeah.
They get you, like,
yeah.
But
Here's
it's
the
not
little
the pound
tag.
puppy. It's
Yeah.
not the pound puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Book It was a big deal.
But they always like the pizza was one level below like the most you could sell. And if you sold the most, you get the ice cream party. And it's like, well, ice cream is easier to get.
We
The
didn't
pizza
have
is the
that.
big deal.
Yeah,
That's what
that's a
everyone
good
at school
point.
would want
Yeah.
to have. Yeah.
So what's your pizza order?
It really depends.
You're ordering tonight.
Mozza here is really good.
I know, but what are you getting?
What am I getting?
Oh, what's the order?
What's the order?
Oh God, If
Mozza
it's
is good.
it's
whatever you
really
want.
good. I like it pretty simple.
want just a
Just a
marguerite?
marguerite, or like
Marguerites.
the Italian sausage, or there's the one that they have with prosciutto. It's really great at Mozza.
Prosciutto di Parma.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes. I like Lucifer's here. They're super spicy ones
You
with
know what
Italian
Lucifer's
sausage.
do? I don't know if they still do this. I love a gimmick. I love a good, wholesome gimmick.
Yeah.
They used to show, if you got delivery from Lucifer's, the person who delivered your pizza, their face was painted red and they wore little horns.
Really?
Yes.
That would upset some people
You
so much to
might
have that come to
have
their door.
ordered from a different. You might have gotten. Your
Drugged.
identity might have been stolen. Did you pay
This
cash
was
or a
like
credit card? This matters a lot.
2009.
Yeah.
That somebody from Lucifer's would deliver your pizza face painted red and little horns.
Wow.
That's the worst.
There's an Arthur C. Clarke story that's sort of the plot of that. Remember that
Really?
one? Childhood's End, where like aliens have to like condition humanity to accept their physical appearance because they look like the devil.
Yeah.
They have horns. It's kind of
Ooh.
Yeah,
And they're
Interesting
delivering
guy.
pizza?
and they're delivering pizza. Yeah, from
That's
another
what that
planet.
was.
Yeah.
Do you think I met one?
Was the
Yeah.
pizza good?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Lucifer's is great.
God, there's nothing
Okay,
like
you
just good. Like,
What's your
just
order?
Good pizza. I'm trying to do less meat. So right now, if you are trying to do less meat, I got to say there's some places that do the veggie right, but also a
Some
Greek
places in Iowa where
a
our pen
Greek
pals are going to hear
pizza.
this.
They could start the trend. Greek pizza
What's
is
Greek
just
pizza?
it's like a Greek salad, but it's on a pizza.
You
It's so
love
good.
salad pizza.
Oh,
you
man.
love that one in
That's
Hey,
what I'm gonna-
Ojai.
that's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
If you want to end the show right now,
If you want
I
to
get
walk,
it.
if
Like,
you
I
want to
get it.
walk,
I have to stay with this.
Yeah.
Salad
Yeah.
pizza.
while this is still
Yeah.
going, I'm like, and then what they do is I become Andy Peters.
Salad
And then-
pizza.
It's not say.
We
Have
should
you
have
ever
Andy
had a
Peters.
Greek
Also,
salad?
side note, we should have Andy.
Do you know what a
Peters on
Greek
here.
pizza is?
Yeah.
Why do you not know what a Greek pizza is?
Why
Yeah.
would I know what a Greek pizza is?
Because
I
you-
go to Vince's in
you-
Rochelle, Illinois, and making tombstones at the cabin, and you're trying to throw a fucking Greek pizza at me.
You've never had a Greek pizza.
I don't
You've never
even
had
know what
feta
it is.
cheese on a pizza.
Every time somebody gets a Greek salad, it's like they don't even cut the tomatoes. They cut it once in half and then just throw it in there.
Yeah,
So that's what's happening on the salad?
maybe.
Is it olives too?
There's olives.
No.
Italian
I'm out.
dressing is
I'm
pretty
out.
good
You're
on
not
that.
having
That's
olives
a better
on
question.
Ita-
What's your toppings you're out on? Where you're like, oh, never mind.
Hold on,
never
hold
mind,
on,
I'm not
hold
gonna-
on, hold on. Before we get there, we're saying what's your order. Right now, Ojai Pizza Company, the Santa
Brag.
Monica, and it comes with this, and you do a little side of Italian dressing, and you
That's
drizzle
it.
that on there.
Yep.
He's had it. He's had it from that place. It is. Here's how good it is.
What's on it?
Hold on. Here's how good it is. We went up to Ojai not that long ago.
Greg.
Went to the playground, met our friends at the playground, the house we were staying at. They walk up, we haven't eaten, and they're like, hey, we'll get a snack for the kids, and then we'll do dinner on the earlier side. And I go, I'm just going to go grab a quick, just like a quick something to eat. And they go, okay, great. And I go, yeah, I'm just going to walk around and see if I find something. I already knew what I was going to do. I walked right to Ojai Pizza Kitchen or Company, sat at the bar. I go, personal Santa Monica Italian dressing on the side,
Still don't know
less
what's on it.
lettuce than usual, and I'll take
Lettuce?
I'll take a Stella Artois. And I just sat there, and in 15 minutes, fucking ate it all. And I took one slice back to Jordan because I was like, oh, if I show up with one slice, she's gonna be like, I'll eat that. It's something that's all forgiven.
Yeah.
I walk up there like, where did you go? And I was like, honestly, I was gonna lie, but I have this slice to give to you.
Peace
I
offering.
sat at the bar, and they were like, oh, and I think they were both kind of like a little jealous that I did it. This pizza is so good. It is my most favorite pizza I've ever had, and I
I'm willing.
crave it
I'm going to be open. I'm going to be open.
constantly. Oh, you're gonna try it one day.
I'm gonna be
I
open.
crave it constantly.
What is it? You don't even know what's on it?
There is a lot of lettuce on it, and somehow
There's
it works.
lettuce
somehow
on
it
the
works.
pizza.
Yeah.
There's lettuce on the pizza.
Yeah.
So it's a cheeseburger pizza.
No.
Where did?
Is there meat?
Yeah. How did you? Where's the link? Where's the bridge?
Because you see a cheeseburger
Oh, there's
pizza
lettuce
in a-
on it.
in a
There's
drink.
lettuce on
Cheeseburger
it.
pizza.
So it's a steak
They put
frites
lettuce
pizza.
on
Yeah.
cheeseburger pizzas.
Do they?
All right.
I don't know that I've ever had a cheeseburger pizza.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to
What
you
are
right
you
now.
looking up?
I'm looking it up right now. I
The
want you
pizza.
to know.
I think there's banana peppers on it. That holds it together. I love
I can
anything
get on board with that.
incredibly
Yeah, what are
spicy
you
on
out on?
pizza.
What do you look at your
Not
pizza?
a lot. Like people say, like sardines and black olives,
Little
but I can think of a
anchovies?
lot of times, or anchovies. Yeah, I
Sure.
can think of times where that has worked really well. The one that everyone like east of Needles in California likes to make fun of is anything with figs or honey or that sort of stuff.
Other
I've
flavors.
had versions of it that are good.
Do you
Yeah.
think we can, as a society, agree that we're done acting like pineapple on pizza is a controversy?
Yeah.
But people like, oh, I'll get all of. I'm like, that you're still hanging on to this.
Yeah.
You're like a person in the 50s who's like, why does my car have a seatbelt? Like,
Are you ready?
Go.
Are you ready? This is what's on the Santa Monica. Pizza sauce. I don't know why they mentioned that. Double pepperoni, mozzarella cheese after it's cooked. We add lettuce, sliced pepperoncini, tomato, and Italian dressing. It is so fucking good. Here's what's on the Greek so that you now can have this. Pizza sauce, again, I don't know why that's mentioned.
Because sometimes it's a white sauce or there is no sauce pizza. But why? To me, you're like, you've just done a flatbread.
But then just point out when it's like
also,
no sauce.
flatbread, not
be like
pizza.
No sauce.
We can talk about that for
Wouldn't we always
an hour.
assume pizza sauce?
People are like, we have flatbreads. Like,
and you're like, I know. You're like, look, and they're fine, but calm down.
Right.
The Greek has pizza sauce, fresh basil, garlic, tomato, feta, and mozzarella cheeses, and
olives.
Thank you.
Kalamata.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of surprised
like
they don't
pizza.
have onions on there.
Well, I'm
no
glad.
Red onions? Red onions
didn't mention
on
them.
pizza.
Nope, that's where I'm out.
None?
I'm out on onions on pizza.
Why?
A lot of times that'll fuck me on a barbecue chicken. Because they love the onion.
Yeah.
They love the onion. I'm like, barbecue chicken? Why do we have onion? Now, I'm not saying people don't love it, but why do we have to have onion?
Why is it the standard?
Why is it? Yeah, why is it in there?
Yeah.
I don't.
What's
go
your
for
pizza order tonight? Did you already say it while I was looking that up?
that. I mean, if we're doing Vince's, yeah, I like a pepperoni and a mushroom.
And you're doing
Easy
the personal
cheese.
pan.
Well done.
Or you're doing the pan pizza.
Well, if that, I mean, now you're talking. No, I just give me a nice traditional hand toss.
Do you like thin crust?
Yeah, I mean that's tavern style.
Yeah.
Tavern style thin crust in Chicago is
Okay.
a great fucking pizza.
Calzone. You get 3 ingredients.
You gotta cut it squares. A calzone?
Yeah, 3 ingredients. Go.
I mean, give me pepperoni, mushroom, and sausage. I guess.
What about a stromboli?
What the hell's a
Yeah,
stromboli?
and now, yes, because also,
that's the one that's
also
more
I
like
know, but also I don't
cylindrical,
know.
right?
It
That's
seems
cylindrical.
like- yeah.
That's Sabaro. Sabaro's like we got meatballs, knots, slices, and strombolis.
Yeah.
Stromboli. I don't know if I can do.
Stromboli.
Bud.
Oh, you haven't even
What's
told
your
everybody.
pizza order?
You haven't even told everybody. Oh, guys, if you're watching on Friday, there's a dog here.
This is my dog, and he
buddy.
clearly wants to sit in my lap.
Oh.
I have seen people customize an aftermarket at-home do-it-yourself pizza, like they'll buy a cheese pizza and then throw some basil on that.
Oh, I'll do that.
Great
I got
call.
fresh basil.
Yeah,
in the garden.
that'll zhuzh in a great way.
Fresh
I'll do
basil
that.
will do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do have to say this, and I have to stress it, and Haley now knows the truth because he's come to the dark side. Put a little Italian dressing, have a little dipping sauce. The way you remember when
we're all
ranch
about sauces.
Remember when ranch just became people were like, if you got pizza,
it's ranch.
you gotta have a side of ranch. And you were like, yeah, fine, calm down.
Garlic butter. That's what Papa John's really pushed out.
Garlic butter changed our lives. Ranch changed our lives. But I got to say, Italian dressing, and I'm certain it works on any pizza, is there's something about that specific flavor. Ranch is fine, but you're already eating pizza, and now here's this creamy, unhealthy thing. It's all unhealthy, but you're just adding to it. Italian dressing, because it's lighter, you don't feel like a slob. You're like, I'm having a salad on bread with pizza sauce.
I mean, I love it.
I want fucking pizza right now.
Let's go after the show.
I am gonna go get
Pizza
pizza.
and crapes.
Oh, I thought you said pizza and crabs. I was like, I've never had a crab pizza before.
You know what?
But I'm
I
willing
bet
to
it's a
try
thing.
it.
Today's
Yeah.
the day.
Just
All
the
right,
rolled
we gotta-
up crab rolls
we gotta
from
close that
Sugarfish
up.
arranged in a circle.
Oh wait, I read this letter.
You did.
Charlie, calm down. Here we go.
You're letting this. Everybody's seeing your dog.
Everybody's seeing the dog. This is Charlie. He's a good man. He's a good man. All right. Look at that. Immediately, it just goes to this menu, which feels so good.
Do you ever fuck with a white pizza?
Oh, yeah. There's one at Highland Park Bowl. They have a
Language.
really good one you can get while you're bowling.
Really?
It's great. Yeah.
Have you? Now wait. Last thing. Roar. Ian's.
Yes.
Ian's Pizza. Have you ever been to Ian's in
No.
Madison, Wisconsin?
No. I've never
my
been to
God.
Wisconsin. I need to go.
You want to come to the cabin?
Let's go to the
Can
cabin.
I tell you something?
I'd
Can I
love
say,
to.
and this made me think
I
of
would
it.
love it if he comes to the cabin before you.
I would love it. Why don't we all go together? Why wouldn't you love that more?
I told you.
Why don't you love the
There's
camaraderie
a
of it all?
golf course on the lake at the cabin. And I go, hey,
knows how to buy
I go,
us.
do you want anybody else to come with?
He knows how to buy
We
us,
could just
Haley.
play golf.
Could do it.
Haley and I are putting a team together. We're going to go back to college.
We are.
We're going to Rodney Dangerfield this thing.
Yeah?
Here's what
Back to
I'm
School,
over,
wonderful
and,
movie,
and I want to say
written
this,
by
and
a
maybe I'm
wonderful
wrong,
man.
and sure people are gonna disagree. The mac and cheese pizza, it's not what you want it to be.
At Ian's.
And that's what made me think of it. It's not what you want it to
But
be.
the fettuccine Alfredo pizza, pretty damn good. And
I would
the
eat that.
Thanksgiving pizza is really good.
Absolutely, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
But the mac and cheese, it just doesn't work for me. It doesn't do it.
Have you guys?
Sorry to get
last
controversial.
thing, and then I know we'll go.
Sorry to get political,
'Cause
guys.
how could I not if I'm not me? Chicago's Pizza. It's called Chicago's on Lincoln. just south of Belmont, is my favorite deep dish. Some people call it stuffed. They do, it's different, but I go with chicken and mushroom stuffed pizza. It's also kind of like a deep dish. Guys, they're open until 5 a.m. We used to leave the bars because the bars on Saturday, 4 a.m. bars stay open until 5 on Saturday in Chicago, and 3 a.m. bars, or 2 a.m. bars stay open until 3.
I just love that you said that in a very easy to grasp kind of way.
Yep.
So it's Friday, but I'm open till 5, but that's Saturday, but technically it's Friday.
Right.
I'm already like, I still don't
We
know
would
about
leave
the
the bars, and we would just call Chicago. So by the time we would get home, taking the bus or the train or whatever.
There it is.
Oh,
Did you ever go to the Rainbow Lounge in Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
It's a great Stereolab song about that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Because I think their studio or one of the studios they're recording in is right by it. So yeah,
we'll go there the night before we go to the cabin.
Hey, let's keep it to pizza, guys. Jesus, Haley. Quit trying to
I
take
think
over.
they have pizza. That's why it
Quit
came
trying to
to
make this
mind.
your podcast. I get super mad at it.
It's their podcast. We just talk about it.
Haley,
all right.
pizza. The question's pizza. No name was listed, but this was
that's right. Thanks.
absolutely great letter. We appreciate it, and we wish you well. Sincerely, your pen pals, Rory Scovel.
Daniel Van Kirk and
Haley Osment.
great.
I don't know if we left.
And
we are back.
I have a fun letter.
I don't know how long we just did that letter. I'm going to be honest with you.
This is a short one.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Hi, Rory. Hi, Daniel.
That's correct.
No, it's
Sounds
not.
good to me.
No, it's not. No, it's not. This person, we covered this in our Patreons. If somebody writes us like a follow-up to a letter we've already read, or they write us about a letter that we've read, like, hey, that wasn't about me, but I also have this feeling about pizzas.
Haley's in the Patreon. Trust me.
That's
He
right. What am
pays
I
us.
thinking?
He
You know
pays us
this.
money.
Some people don't. They should do it. Every week there's an episode, and it's a really good time.
I'm trying
We
to
read one.
grow the show.
Grow the
Yeah,
show.
baby.
Yeah, he gets it.
So this person did a two-parter. The first parter was all about astrology and diamonds and crystals, which has taken over Rory's life because of his marriage.
Hi! I have on a crown for
And
no
then
reason.
Part
When
two-
are you going to become a wizard, like you say in your acts? I really want to see you go into
When
that.
are you going to finally commit?
Part 2 of their letter, though, was not tied to anything we've done, so I'm going to do it here.
Okay.
Here we go. Hi, Daniel and Rory. Not how they wrote it, but they should have. On a completely different note, that would be different from their astrology talk, which you can hear if you listen to the Patreon, which already aired a few weeks ago. On a completely different note, talent shows. I recently had a flashback to 2 talent show experiences, the first being at a middle school summer camp show. My talent was making my stomach growl. Despite my parents' pleas to do a dance or something normal, I got on stage, laid down, put a mic to my stomach, and even though I was straight killing it with the tummy rumbles, the microphone couldn't pick up the sound, so the auditorium was completely silent during my entire performance. Flash forward to my high school.
God.
I know. It's wonderful.
I mean, just maybe
that's
because
perfect
the
comedy.
line of our work, you're just like, your hands are like, oh, God.
That is perfect comedy.
Of course, yeah. Well, I mean, that's in a movie.
Yes.
That's a moment in a
Right.
movie.
Flash forward to my high school senior year. My friends and I auditioned to be in the talent show as an a cappella group. We called ourselves Feline Navidad. We sang Carol of the Bells, and we did it all in meows.
Feliz Navidad.
Meow, meow, meow. Shockingly, they told us, I did a different song. They did Carol of the Bells. Shockingly, they told us there was no room for our act, but we went to watch the day of the show. And when my English teacher asked the audience during intermission, does anyone out there have a talent they want to show off? Our hands shot up. No one else understood what the fuck we were doing, but we were having a #RRGT. Have either of you, or you, participated in a talent show? If you had to be in one this weekend, what would your talent be if you couldn't pick stand-up? Or you...
I can pick stand.
Yes.
Oh, that's not fair.
But you can't pick crushing a monologue.
And we can, because we don't know how to do that. So technically, we're lying about our talent.
You just do the waiting for Guffman. You sleep with my wife? I'm your brother. How dare you talk to me like that?
Just doing one or both sides of a scene. That's my favorite thing to watch whenever that
Which was
happens.
also an actual event in forensics, or speech, as we called it in Rochelle, dramatic interp, where you would do every character like in a scene.
Oh.
And yeah, I did it a couple times. You know what I did? I did the scene from Breakfast Club.
Oh,
It was
nice.
a banner year in the Bender house.
Wow.
And I did everybody's like.
You did that in high school?
Yeah. You no good lying, good for nothing, son of a bitch. Pow! No thanks to you, Pop.
And you're not even done. They're like, "Thank you, Daniel."
I just keep doing the whole movie.
For some reason, it's Huey Lewis.
Yeah.
I'm afraid you're just too darn
In a Super
loud.
Bowl. That's great.
You know, I had
Talent show? Any of you guys ever do a
fifth
talent show?
grade Camp Greenville. My sister was in a grade older than me,
Sure.
so all of the like landmark moments of a thing I learned about through her that I would then be stepping into.
Yeah.
And so her talking about going to Camp Greenville, which is like a sleepaway camp, and you're going with your school, and you go for like 3 nights. It's a huge deal at that time, at that age. And one of the nights they do a talent show. And from the moment that she went and did it and told me about the talent show, the fantasy in my head of what it looks like and what it is was so extreme that my goal, and I think I'm right about this. I could be. I'm pretty sure I'm right. The Michael Jackson 5 movie, An American Dream or whatever, An American Story, whatever it was. It was like a 5-part series or something. The Billie Jean dance at Motown 25, I learned it and I think in my memory I was pretty good at it.
Of course.
But my dream was that that's what I was going to do, was a Michael Jackson dance. I do remember that me and my buddy Craig ended up doing, I think, Who's On First, and we just read it off of a thing. We weren't dialed in.
Right.
But I just remember the fantasy of what that was going to be like.
The talent show.
Doing the talent show, and how big of a deal it was in my mind it's crazy. I can feel it now, even though it ended up being this tiny little room and it's just your class and it's not even crazy.
Big. It was big.
But a camp talent show, even though I can't even relate to it in the way that I have in my fantasy has decided to inform my fictional history of what that space is and what it could be.
Yeah. Dude,
wow.
Now, you were acting young, right?
Yeah.
Right. Did you do any talent shows? And was there any pressure on you, or would you just go, no, I'm going to juggle?
Not never anything acting related, which I mean would have been funny. If I was my brain now, I would do half a scene and just to amuse myself. I think that'd be really funny.
If you walked out, parents are sitting there well, this isn't fucking fair. This is bullshit.
Oh, that's so funny, Haley.
Well, yeah, I played in a silly band with my high school friends, so we would play stuff at our high school events, and
Originals?
it's always just so sometimes, but it's always just so stressful because with a talent show, all the technical stuff is getting dragged on and off stage, and everything, and you're just God, if the stomach grumbling guy, you're is anyone going to be able to hear any of this?
Oh yeah,
we had one show for a fundraiser,
and
for
not really a
school
sound check, right?
No,
yeah.
I mean, the day before, and then after the kids unplug everything.
That's what I mean. As stuff's getting thrown out there, well, there's not a check now.
Yeah.
Right.
Now that it's plugged in. Yeah.
We actually had some administrator at our school who had a decibel counter to make sure that we weren't above 90 decibels. We're this isn't going to rock very
Back to the
hard. And
Future.
Nothing says nerd like that guy.
Yeah.
Guys, the decibels are too high.
But the best talent show I've ever been to was actually in 4th grade. I was not performing, but it was the year that the Spice Girls broke.
Sure.
And it was so absurd. You saw 15 different groups
versions?
of 5 10-year-old girls doing the same song.
Yeah.
Just that song for 2
Yeah.
hours. It was really,
That is
really a
fever
surreal
dream.
experience.
That's a fever
to see.
dream right there.
Yeah.
There were people
Yeah.
being I can't. This did already happen. Are these 5 different girls?
Did they circle back around and do it again to have another take?
Is
at
this
it?
a redo?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that was wonderful to see.
My talent show dreams all came true in, I think, the 4th grade.
it's always the 4th grade.
And I ended up in 4 different elements, slots, and I felt like the star of the talent show.
Why were you in so many slots?
One, I think they wanted a lot of the kids to do somebody would read it, and then a couple kids would act it out. Shel Silverstein poems.
Oh.
I remember Brian Holgren had a bald cap, and he was doing the one where I used to have lumpy hair, and then I shaved my head, and now I have he had a lumpy head. I think that's the end of like the poem.
Yeah.
So I got asked to do one of those, and then for some reason there was like some other like skit that they were like, oh, we need another person, and they asked me to do it. And then I kind of have a vague memory of dancing to Opposites Attract by Paula Abdul, and was it MC Scat Cat?
Yeah.
Was that?
But also having the vague memory means this maybe was like in your garage and you never,
No,
this
it
was
happened.
never on. No.
Because the one I remember doing the most was my brother Matt and my cousin Kenny and I. Blue jeans,
Kenny.
sneakers,
Yeah.
white T-shirts,
Yeah.
and we lip
New Kids on the
synced.
Block. Milli Vanilli. Because they already lip synced.
we lip synced. They say that breaking up is hard to do. Do you know the song? Now I know.
50s? Is that like
I
a
know
50s
that
song?
It's true. Don't say that this is the end instead of breaking up. And we just stood there and lip synced the whole thing.
Oh, you lip synced?
Snapped. And I don't know that I've ever felt cooler than I did in that moment. Everybody clapped. And
They clapped even though you weren't singing.
They
didn't care.
I sold it. I sold it.
Well, the snapping.
Honest to God,
White
with you,
T-shirts.
sincerity. I wonder if that was when I got my first hit on this drug.
This drug.
And was like, how do I get more? How do I keep getting?
How do I keep
more of
lip
this?
syncing? How do I find more tracks to
Dude,
move my
I
lips
still-
to?
Sometimes I lip sync karaoke. I'm joking.
You could have invented the Masked Singer
So
right
there's
then and there.
No vocals at all? You're just moving your mouth to nothing?
No, I slipped the rule of to put on the YouTube. Like, this guy sounds exactly like No Doubt.
I wish that you just moved your lips. I was like, does he know there's no vocal track? It's the karaoke track.
But that talent show that was in the gymnasium of Central School, even though I went to May, they kind of had it all together at Central School because they had the bigger auditorium. And I felt like such a star. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
One time I had just started on a show and they were like 6 episodes into the show, so everybody knew each other really well. And I was coming in for the last 2 episodes and we all went out for a karaoke. And I thought it'd be really funny to do Kate Bush's Wuthering Heights for my song.
Yeah.
Did it, thought it was hilarious. Nobody had ever heard that song before.
Yeah.
Really?
So everybody's like, "What? Why did you do that?" And I was like, "Oh, that's just a funny joke that, you kind of
Yeah.
have to be familiar with the song,
Yeah.
but this makes it easy to get to know
Yeah,
everybody."
yeah.
It all turned out great.
But you just have to take a wild swing. You're
Yeah.
like, my friend died to that song.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh my God. You're trying to get your
died to that song.
My friend died because of that song. Like, oh
Yeah.
my God. And you're singing it. Yeah, to commemorate.
There's always the guy at karaoke who's
He
going
was
to be
running up this hill and
Yeah. There's always that guy at karaoke that's going to beat the system by doing tequila. And he thinks he's so
Well, you saw that on like
funny.
X Factor or something.
No.
Yeah, a guy did that on like one of those shows. Whatever one that Simon Cowell's the judge on.
Yeah.
He did it. And their judges are just sitting watching. And it's like they need different content to be in these shows. So they're like, of course, this guy who's not taking it seriously and it's a joke. Yeah, we want to have it. And and the judges know so that Simon can predict his like. It's so funny too because I was just watching it and it made me think when it cut to Simon who's like, staring at him. I was like, Simon Cowell has been in like the arena of our attention for this particular skill since
2002.
what was it? It wasn't The Voice. It was American Idol.
Yeah.
2005.
And so because of that, and the expectation that he's a hard ass about it and he's mean to people. So he's just sitting there staring, and I'm like, it's so funny that he is staring and upset as though his time is getting wasted when he is merely at his job
Getting
that
millions
has
of
to
dollars.
take the amount of time that it's always going to take.
Right.
But yet it's on it. Like we have to watch going, he's sitting going, I don't have to be here for this. You do because
Right.
that's what you do.
Right.
Is sit here and get
so
either
funny.
mad or happy about what the person is singing and how they sound. And it's so ridiculous that in some ways he has this like this air of power.
Yeah.
But the guy's doing the tequila thing and he starts like to almost like not let it beat him. He starts like and then clapping too and then like pointing when the guy's like tequila and everyone goes crazy knowing the joke.
Yeah.
And obviously the guy's not going to advance, but it's all like, well, how does Simon feel about it? And it's like, quit acting like Simon doesn't know.
Right.
This moment's coming,
He's
and the
an EP.
producers are
He
like,
Took
it's his
time
birthday.
out of his day to be here for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Has Elliot done a talent show yet?
Just like with friends at our house, like
Okay.
everybody getting up and doing a dance or a song or whatever.
More of a rehearsal.
She loves it. She loves it.
Oh, she's gonna crush a talent show.
She loves
someday. Crush it.
Sarah and Scott got her lights and a little sign to like make her more like legit shows.
Really?
Yeah. We went to the coffee shop that had like the little sign where you can put the things in, like the coffee, whatever.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Daddy, I have this exact same sign." I go, "Yeah, that's right."
I love it.
Or you like slide the letters in? That's fun.
Thanks so much for this. I don't know where we were. I think I lost it. But we wish you well, right? There was no sign off, right? No, yes, there is. Okay, bye. Your pal, Sancheri. Pronounce Century. Century. Sorry.
Century.
Thanks so much for that, Century. I love that you had if anybody else ever did a talent show, I want to hear these stories.
I want to hear them too.
I know.
Hit us up.
In the meantime, we wish you well. Sincerely, your pen pals, Daniel Van Kirk.
Rory Scovel.
And Joel Osment.
What key is it in? Any of them. We don't even know. We can't see. Janitor's pocket. Janitor's pocket. Have you ever said that before? No. God, I can't wait to steal that and tell someone I thought of it.